I wasn't included in my sister's wedding despite footing the bill. She claimed I didn't match the event's aesthetic, but her smug expression faded when the venue abruptly canceled at the 11th hour. I can still pinpoint the moment I learned I was excluded. It wasn't through a sincere talk, a misplaced letter, or even a casual hint. Instead, I found out I wasn't welcome at my sister's wedding the way you stumble upon a secret gathering you were never meant to know about, via a social media post. It was a photo of an elegant invitation, adorned with silver script, draped over cream velvet, captioned, "The countdown is on. Thrilled to share my big day with everyone I cherish." Everyone she cherished, except me. At first, I assumed it was an oversight. Maybe my invite was delayed in the mail, or perhaps she planned to tell me in person. After all, I'd spent the past 6 months going above and beyond to ensure her dream wedding came to life. I covered the venue's deposit when she and her fiancé were strapped for cash. I paid the catering deposit when our parents wavered. I even funded her wedding gown, which, ironically, she hadn't bothered to show me. I scrolled through the post's comments, my gut churning. Friends, cousins, co-workers, everyone was buzzing about how excited they were to attend. Someone even quipped about how selective the guest list must be. Selective. That's when the nausea set in. I sent her a text, keeping it light. "Hey, saw your post. Did my invite get lost?" I stared at my phone, waiting for a reply. Nothing. An hour ticked by, then 2. By dusk, I'd convinced myself I was overthinking it. Maybe she was swamped or her phone died. Then, at 10:47 p.m., my phone pinged. "Hey, I meant to talk to you. We had to make tough calls with the guest list. It's a very specific event, you know? No offense, but you don't really suit the atmosphere. I know you'll cheer me on from a distance, though. Love you." Specific event. Didn't suit the atmosphere. Cheer from a distance. I read her message 4 times before it hit me. I wasn't overlooked. I was deliberately excluded. And I knew why. I wasn't like her polished friends, with their manicured hands, designer outfits, and rehearsed chuckles at upscale gatherings. I didn't have a corporate job or discuss stocks over mimosas. I ran a thriving auto repair shop, specializing in high-end cars, pulling in solid money. But to my family, that didn't count. To them, I was just a grimy mechanic, always faintly smelling of motor oil, hands calloused from years of labor. My sister always looked down on me for it. She equated success with a corner office and a tailored suit, not a garage, no matter how profitable. She never said it outright, but I caught it in her glances at family gatherings. The subtle grimace when I arrived in my work boots. The curt way she introduced me to her friends. "Oh, my brother. He fixes cars." Like I was a nobody. And now, after all I'd done for her, she'd excluded me from her perfect wedding. I'd bankrolled her day, yet I wasn't worthy of an invitation. I should have seen it coming. My family had always made me feel like an outsider. The signs were there. Sly digs at dinners, belittling remarks about my shop, the way my parents glowed when my sister landed a promotion, but barely acknowledged my business's growth. Still, I never refused them when they needed help. When my sister dreamed of a grand wedding she couldn't afford, I stepped up. I paid the venue deposit, the catering advance, even part of her dress. I asked for nothing in return. "Weddings are so pricey," she'd complained one evening at our parents' house, twirling her wine glass. "If you want elegance, you pay for it." I'd teased. "Good thing you've got me, then." She'd rolled her eyes. "You don't get it. You don't have loans or need to keep up appearances. You wear the same jeans every day." That was my sister, obsessed with image. She didn't care that I'd built my business from scratch, worked grueling hours to support my team, or earned every penny I had. To her, I was just the guy with stained hands and blue-collar issues. Yet I helped. When she and her fiancé fell short, I sent the money without a second thought. I told myself it was for family, not for praise. But now, I was deemed unfit for her guest list. The night I read her text, sleep eluded me. I replayed the past months, searching for the moment she decided I wasn't good enough. Was it when I showed up to a family event fresh from work? Or when she introduced me to her elite friends as my brother who works on cars like I was a tire changer? Or had she always seen me this way? The next morning, I drove to my parents' house unannounced. I wanted to hear their unfiltered thoughts. As I entered, I caught my mother's voice from the kitchen. "You know how he is," she said, her tone heavy with familiar disappointment. "I just don't want him ruining the mood," my sister replied. "It's a classy event. I can't have him showing up looking like he just rolled out from under an engine." My jaw tightened. "He's family," my dad muttered, but his voice lacked strength. "Exactly," my sister shot back. "He should get that this isn't about him. I don't need him there making people uneasy. He doesn't belong in that setting." I'd heard enough. I stepped into the kitchen. My sister paled when she saw me. My mother busied herself with a spoon and a pot. "So that's how you see me?" I asked, voice steady. My sister hesitated, then squared her shoulders. "Don't take it personally. It's just not your scene." "My scene?" I echoed, arms crossed. "Come on. You know what I mean," she huffed. "Everyone there is corporate, lawyers, CEOs, people who network. You don't fit in with them." "Because I don't shuffle papers in an office, I'm too dumb to talk to them?" I asked. "I never said that," she snapped, but her expression betrayed her. My mother sighed. "Honey, it's a different kind of event. You can be a bit rough around the edges, always in those work clothes. You don't carry yourself like her guests." "I own a business," I said evenly. "I earn more than most of those classy people you're inviting. But because I don't wear a tie, I'm not good enough?" My sister groaned. "It's not about money. It's about image. You helped with the wedding, and I'm grateful, but this is my day. I need it to be flawless." I nodded slowly. "Got it." My mother chimed in. "Oh, don't be like that. We'll have a cozy family dinner after the honeymoon. That's more your speed." I smiled, but it was sharp. "You're right. In my world, when someone helps you, you don't treat them like trash." I grabbed my keys and left before they could respond. Driving back to my shop, my phone buzzed with a text from my sister. "Don't make this a big deal. You know I love you. BTW, can you still cover the final cake payment? It's due Friday. XOXO. I laughed so hard I pulled over. She thought I'd still pay. She thought I'd swallow my pride like always. She was wrong. By the time I reached my shop, I'd made up my mind. For years, I'd been the family's fallback. The one they called when things got rough. The one who never said no, no matter the cost. I thought it was my duty, what family does. But this was the final straw. My sister didn't just take my money. She took it while sneering at me. She accepted every payment, every dollar. But when it came to acknowledging me in front of her fancy crowd, I was invisible. And she still had the gall to ask for more, like nothing happened. I was done being her fool. I texted back, "Sorry, I wouldn't want to tarnish your wedding by being involved. You'll manage without me. Best of luck." No emojis, no sugarcoating, just clarity. Within minutes, she called. I let it go to voicemail. She tried again. Then my mom. Then my dad. By the time I locked up the shop, I had 14 missed calls. The next morning, my phone was flooded with frantic texts. Sister, "What do you mean you're not paying? The cake's ordered." Sister, "You can't just bail. We're relying on you." Mom, "Don't be spiteful, honey. It's just a mix-up. Let's talk." Dad, "We raised you better than this." I shook my head. Not one apology. Just demands. Just the assumption I'd keep playing my part. I called my sister. She answered instantly. "Thank God," she said. "What's wrong with you? You're acting insane. You agreed to pay, so—" "I changed my mind," I interrupted. Silence. "What?" she stammered. "I'm not paying another cent," I said. "Figure it out." "Are you kidding?" she shrieked. "You're screwing me over like this?" "Screwing you over?" I laughed. "Like how you left me off the guest list because I don't fit your vibe? Or how you and Mom talked about me like I'm a disgrace? That kind of screwing over?" She huffed. "That's different. That was about appearances. I didn't mean it like that, but this is money. Real responsibility." "Not my problem," I said coolly. "You didn't want me at your wedding? Fine, but you don't get my money while acting like I don't exist." "Oh, come on," she snapped. "You're just mad about the invite." "Grow up," I exhaled. "You think I care about the invitation? It's not that. It's you using me, taking my money while looking down on me. That's what gets me." "Please," she scoffed. "You've got plenty of cash. You wouldn't even notice it." And there it was, pure entitlement. "You're right," I said, my voice icy. "I have plenty, and you're not getting any of it ever again." "Wait," she started, but I hung up. That was it. I didn't hear from her for the rest of the week. My parents, though, kept at it. By Saturday, the guilt trips were relentless. "Your sister's so stressed," my mom whined. "Can't you just do this one thing?" "It's already planned," my dad added. "What's a few grand to you? Family supports family." "Family supports family?" I shot back. "Where were you when I was building my business or working 16-hour days to make it on my own? Or when I paid for half her wedding and got treated like garbage?" Silence. "You can handle this," I said. "I'm done." I hung up and blocked their numbers. Let them figure it out. I expected more pushback. Pleas, maybe threats. But for 2 days, nothing. That's when I knew they weren't sulking. They were panicking, scrambling to cover the gap I'd left. On the third day, my mom showed up at my shop, unannounced, her eyes scanning the bustling garage. I wiped my hands and crossed my arms. Trouble? I asked. We need to talk, she said, her voice clipped. I led her to my office. Go ahead. She sat, hands clasped tightly. Your sister's in a bind, she said. I raised an eyebrow. Oh? The bakery won't release the cake without full payment. The venue's threatening to cancel unless she clears the balance, and the florist is still waiting. That's rough, I said, leaning back. She blinked, expecting me to jump in. You could help, she said slowly. It wouldn't even dent your wallet, I smirked. And yet, here we are. Her face tightened. Stop being childish. You agreed to pay, and she planned around that. You can't back out now. Like she planned me out of her guest list? I countered. She made her choice. I made mine. This isn't the same, she insisted. Is it? I said. She wanted a wedding without me. That means without my money, too. My mom muttered. You're going to humiliate her. People will talk. I laughed. That's the real issue, isn't it? It's not just appearances, she said stiffly. She deserves a beautiful day. She deserves what she can pay for, I corrected. And clearly that's not the wedding she planned. Her lips thinned. So you'll let her suffer? She's not suffering, I said. She's learning. My mom stared, then stood, smoothing her jacket. You'll regret this, she said. I shrugged. Maybe. She left, and I felt only relief. Over the next few days, my sister's perfect wedding unraveled. She posted a cryptic Facebook status. Some people let you down when you need them most. Life, right? I ignored it. Then a cousin called. What's up? Your sister's losing it. Says you bailed on the wedding funds. Yep, I said. She didn't invite me. A pause. Oh, yeah, that tracks. The next day, my sister texted, Can we talk? I waited before replying. About what? She wrote, I don't want this rift. Coffee? I almost laughed. She didn't want a rift because it was inconvenient. But I was curious, so I agreed. At the coffee shop, she was fidgeting with her cup. Hey, she said with a forced smile. Hey, I replied, sitting down. She sighed. I know you're upset. I'm not, I cut in. I just see things clearly now. She frowned. What's that mean? It means you use me when it suits you, then ditch me when I don't fit your image. That's not fair, she protested. Isn't it? I leaned back. You didn't think I was good enough for your wedding, but my money was. Pick a lane. She pursed her lips. I just wanted everything perfect. I didn't think you'd care. Now you know, I said. She paused. If I invite you now, will you help? I smiled, stood, and said, Enjoy your wedding, sis, without me. I walked out. On her wedding day, I woke up unburdened. No stress, no obligations. For the first time, I wasn't racing to fix their problems. I wasn't invited, and I'd stopped caring, but my family hadn't stopped caring about my wallet. At 11:19 a.m., my mom called. I ignored it. At 11:38, my dad ignored. At 12:07, a cousin texted, Yo, you won't believe this. The venue just shut them out. I laughed. The chaos. I'd warned them. They had every chance to make it right, but my sister assumed someone would swoop in. No one did. Without the final payment, the venue canceled. Staff locked the doors as guests arrived in their finery, bewildered. The wedding planner scrambled to explain. My sister was a wreck. The lavish cake, undelivered. The fancy flowers, canceled. Her dream wedding, gone. At 1:09 p.m., she called. I answered. What? I said flatly. Are you satisfied? She screamed. I leaned back, amused. About what? You know what? She snapped. The wedding's ruined. Oh, I said. Short on cash? You knew we were, she yelled. You were supposed to help. You promised. No, I said. You assumed. Silence. You let me fail, she whispered. No, I corrected. You failed all by yourself. She broke. Why couldn't you just help? After everything? Everything, I snapped. You mean using me? Taking my money while treating me like dirt? I didn't mean it like that, she mumbled. You never do, I said. That's the issue. Silence. So this is it? She asked, voice trembling. You're done? I was done a while ago, I said. You just didn't see it. I hung up. The wedding was relocated to a relative's backyard, a last-minute scramble with no frills, no gourmet food. My sister spent the night fighting tears, humiliated. I didn't reach out. I didn't apologize. I let them deal. And for the first time, I felt free. A year later, my parents took months to accept I wouldn't budge. They tried guilt, then anger, then silence. Now they tread carefully, knowing I'll walk away for good if pushed. My sister? No apology, but no more requests for money either. That's a victory. Me? I'm still running my shop, thriving, and every dollar I earn is mine.